Hello everyone, I am so excited about this DIY. Okay, this is for all of my faux food lovers. You guys, I am telling you, okay, this is the way I look at it. If you decide to make faux food, okay, or faux, what I really make is bakery goods. And I learned it again from my beautiful, talented YouTube buddy, the Pink Tree. I'm telling you, she is such an inspiration. When it comes to faux food, I'm telling you, she's great. And I'll leave her channel down below so you can go see her and hopefully subscribe to her channel. She has been, and if you followed me and you look at any of my faux desserts that I've done DIYs on, they look so authentic. It's unbelievable. So what she does, and this is where I learned it, for sprinkles for faux desserts, because I kept thinking, how do they look so real? Surely she doesn't use real ones, because the sugar, I mean, at least in California, it would draw ants and, you know, eventually, you know, I mean, the sugar is going to either melt or whatever. Well, what she uses is Sculpey or Fimo or whatever. So, because I already did Christmas in July, but, you know, I'll start doing more after I get done with my Halloween and fall. So, I bought it. I already made some. What you're going to need if you want to do this, okay, is containers. Now, I have from my grandson's baby shower. If any of you watched my baby shower videos, I do a lot of personalization, and this one says, "We made a wish and you came true, London." I had a couple of these left because I think I gave my daughter a few of them, and they're just little containers. And I had so much black that I put it in here, and I'll fill this up with white. Now, I did buy these containers, but they're way too little. So you need bigger containers. And I've seen people haul containers from the Dollar Tree. I have to go back and look. These were from Hobby Lobby. But I just wanted to show you. You want containers to keep them in. You want clear so you can see what you have. I am going to mix, because I got all my orange done, so I kept some of this to show you. I am going to mix some orange and brown for some of my upcoming DIYs, aka faux desserts, to put in with my decorating. Okay, if you didn't know better, would you think that those were sprinkles that you got from the bakery department? I mean, these are so real. If you're going to go to the trouble of making the most authentic looking faux desserts, don't stop by what you put on the tops of them if you're going to embellish them in any way. To me, this is just as authentic looking as the cupcakes and cakes with the spackle frosting. Alright, so now I have my brown and orange, and this can be used for Thanksgiving. If you're doing something for Thanksgiving, I'll have to get another container. This is what I mean. You need bigger containers, but look at this. It looks just like regular sprinkles in the cake section. So I just wanted to show you that. What you need to do this with is what they call an extruder, okay? And when she first said it, I thought, what the heck is an extruder? I had no clue. I got mine at Michael's, okay? Now, it was $29 regular. Well, I'm not going to spend $29. So I used a 50% off, and with tax it was 30-something, so it was 15-something. I don't mind spending 15 because you have so many different shapes that you could use for different things. And it is for clay. You could, I suppose, if you wanted, use a garlic press. Now, it's going to take you a lot longer because you can only get so much out of a garlic press. But you could do it. And if that's what you have, go for it. Now, the spaghetti-like noodles, as I call them, when they're coming out, and I'm going to show you what it looks like coming out. The garlic press is probably going to have holes that are more, it's probably going to be more of, I don't know, it might be close to one of these sizes. That's pretty thick for a sprinkle. That one you could get away with, but you could, I mean, because you could just keep cutting it down, you know what I mean? I decided to use the smallest because I used the second to the smallest, and I'm going to show you the difference. But anyway, I wanted to show you this box so you could see it's walnut hollow. This was from Michael's. You can get these on Amazon. Just type in extruders. What you're going to do, well, because I've been using this, you have to, and it's manual, you have to bring down the little disc that's going to push out the clay. Okay, so there's the inside. This is what you screw on to the end after you get your clay in it. Now, to get your clay in it, and if you can find some Sculpey that's more soft, there's clays that are harder than others. For me, the real hard ones, it just hurts my hand too much. But what you're going to do is you're going to take this, and this is pretty soft in comparison to some, but you're going to warm it up with your hands, okay? Just to make it more pliable. What I did is, while I was watching TV, I did a lot of these. So I would just soften up the Sculpey and then roll it into like a snake, and then put it into the extruder. Let's see if I can get more down here. And it gives you a good workout. And it kind of dyes your hand, but it won't stay. And I'm just doing this so I can show you. And the red and green goodies that I make for my kitchen or hutch. Alright, now I have a little oven that is made for, but I'll tell you, it would have taken me forever to get done. So I just use my regular oven, and make sure to look at what it says, the temperature, because the Fimo might be different than the Sculpey. I don't know, but for the Sculpey, I can't hardly see it. I gotta get my glasses changed. Where is it? Okay, I don't think you can see this, but it's 275 for 15 minutes. Alright, so what I did is I got aluminum foil and put it on a baking sheet. I used the size 1 up from this one, and the difference, the only way I can say the difference as far as the thickness would be like thin spaghetti, and this is also some more, compared to angel hair. That's the best analogy I can give. So this makes a finer sprinkle, this makes a thicker sprinkle. And the thinner was a lot easier to get done with, but I'll show you. Okay, so what you're going to do, alright, so you're going to take your extruder. Now you have your clay in it and you have your end of it screwed on there, okay? So now watch. It'll start coming out in a minute. Okay, so now you've got these little spaghetti strings. Now you can be very, very precise and lay each one of these out, one next to the other, one by one. Like this. You know what I mean? Very sweetly. That's not what I did. See that? That's exactly how it went into the oven. I did not have time to one by one put them out. I was doing too many colors for different things. I just did not have the time. Worked perfectly. Now, if you're using a thicker one, remember now, this is the angel hair analogy. This is the angel hair, this is the thin spaghetti. This one, you could have, but I don't know that it would have baked right with it laying on top of each other. You might have had pieces that weren't baked enough, where this is so thin that it didn't matter. So if you choose to do a thicker a thicker, what do you call these, like cookie cutter type disc, you probably will have to lay them out somewhat by each other, I would surmise. I wanted to show you, okay, this is what you do. You put it in the oven like this, whichever way you want to do it, and at 275, again, check where you live and you know your oven, but you don't want to leave it in there too long because it will start to brown. You don't want that. Okay, so there's that. When it's done, depending on which way you do, because like I said, the first ones that were thicker, I did lay out one next to the other. Smaller holes, I did just like, and there you go. You can see this is just exactly how I laid them. Okay, and I'll show you why I like this way better in a minute. But for these, I don't want that red to go off on the white too much. If you do it this way, where you line them up next to each other, take a whole bunch of them, hold them together, and with scissors, cut them. And you just keep cutting until you have everything cut. And cut them, I cut them in this. I actually put it in here, so, because if they start flying around, you have them in this already. So when you're done, well, I think you can see the little white. You have your little sprinkles. Now, this is the reason, let me put these in with the white real quick. All right, you can tell that the white is thicker than the black. The black is thinner, and I like these better. Do you want to see how I cut these up? Okay, I'm just going to put these on here for now because I just want to show you. Okay, see? You ready? It's so thin that I was able to break it up so fast with my fingers. Now what I just showed you with the scissors and cutting the little pieces, the white, I definitely like this better than cutting that. Then what I did is I took these, because when they fly around, the bowl still catches them. So I'm not going to go through all that now, but I'll continue to do this because I don't want them, I'll show you. I don't want sprinkles that long, okay? So I will continue to cut until they are the size that I want. All right, so let's put that aside. And what I will do, and you won't need to see this now because I've shown you everything, I will continue to make the rest of my red and green. And I really suggest, if you know you're going to do a lot of things, or you really like this type of craft, go ahead and one night, when you're watching TV or whatever, get out your colors and just do all of them in one night, and then put them in their containers. And I have to buy more containers, bigger ones. And then you already have it ready. Put it in, you know, a little area, and when you start to make your faux food, if you want sprinkles on top of whatever it is, you have them already done. Instead of knowing you're going to do a particular one, think, okay, I still got to make the sprinkles. It's much easier to just get it done in one swoop. So I hope that you will make these if you at all are interested in faux desserts and making faux food. I will be back to show you. I'm making another video after this one for Halloween, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to put these sprinkles on. So until our next DIY, remember, and don't ever forget, the world is a better place because you're in it. Don't ever, ever forget that. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.